Howdy, partner. So you want to learn how to make a pallet bench with no power tools? Well, you're in luck. I'm going to show you today. Today, we're going to show you real quick and easy how to make a cool pallet bench using leftover pallets, and you don't need any power tools. All you're going to need for this project is going to be a hammer and a handsaw. This is a Stanley Sharp Tooth. I really like this handsaw, but this is about all you need. We're going to use nails, and it's pretty easy. It doesn't matter what you have access to. You could use a drill, you could use power saw, but you don't need that. So what we're going to do is you need basically 2 full pallets. We have 3 pallets here that we had left over from a brick paver patio job we did. There's another video on the channel. If you want to check that out, go ahead and like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and check out all of our videos. But we're going to make use of these old pallets that we had. Otherwise, you could just pick up 2 pallets, buy them somewhere, be good to go. So first things first, we need to figure out how high we want the bench to be. A normal seat's around 18 to 20 inches tall or so. So this one here is about 20 inches tall, but that's not going to work because we're going to put a pallet on top, and the pallets are about 5 inches tall. So this can be stacked on top. So I put it at 25 inches. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure down. We say, okay, 13 to 15. We're going to saw this off right here. Then we attach another pallet on top. So we'll take you step by step through that process. But the first thing we did, we figured out for that front leg, we subtract the 5-inch thickness of the pallet from that. We want to make it to where it's going to stack on top of two slats there. So just go ahead and get all your safety equipment together. Go ahead and get glasses and any other safety equipment you need, closed-toed shoes, and then just figure out, okay, these 2 are going to be the front leg. So you want to just go ahead and start sawing. It's pretty easy, and you'll see that this first cut I'll do, and I'll do the other 2 off video, but it's going to take just a couple of seconds. This is a big, thick 2x4 in the middle. This is a very sturdy pallet because it had brick pavers on it. But even so, all done. So we got the other 2, and we'll keep it posted. All right, so we got that cut, super easy. Now we're going to figure out how thick we want the seat to be. So you can just eyeball it and look at your pallet and say, okay, I think I want it to be about 3 of these. Could be 2, could be 3. It's up to you. So we're going to set this down again on another pallet. And we're going to say, okay, let's make this 3. And again, we're going to go ahead and saw through all these sections here. Now what you may find is that, like this one, you have a board here that's sort of in the middle of where we're going to cut. Look right here. We're cutting through here. We got this board in the middle. So what do you do about that? Well, pretty easy. Just hit it with a hammer. Get rid of that board. Cut right through. So we'll go ahead and cut that. Stay tuned. Well, we've got this piece all cut out, and this is going to be the bench part. Now, once you put the bench up, we're going to have a big backrest with that bigger pallet. You can trim it down. We're going to be right there. So we want to measure out and figure out what piece of wood that bench is going to come into. It's going to be right here. So what you want to do next is take your hammer again, or if you have a pry bar, and you're going to hammer this until you get this piece out. Don't worry too much about damaging it. We can salvage some other wood if we need to. But go ahead and remove this piece, and then we'll keep on going. Along with hitting it, also use the claw part of the hammer to just pry it. And you might be able to take these pieces off without much damage at all. Because we'd like to reuse this board if we can, but if not, we got other pieces we can use. So you want to pry that off. Watch out for the rusty nails. And once that gets completely off, set that aside. Then we're going to set this up here. So now we've got a nice place for that bench to go, but we've still got to have some support for it. Because when you put this bench up here, it's going to be attached to the leg, and it'll be attached right here to the back. But we need something for it to rest on. And it's best to rest a little bit at an angle like that, like a nice casual seating position. So, back to this piece here. You want to take that piece that you just removed, if you can, still got nails on it. Go ahead and set it on top of that bottom piece. And then just reattach it. It's that easy. So now you've got this ledger board here that's nice and thick. You can come on in and take a look. We're gonna go and put and attach the seat to it. So when you take the seat, make sure you got it inverted correctly for how it's gonna be, meaning this is the top side, and you're gonna line it up. Now, we're gonna nail this in, but the weight of this is really being held by these two boards. If you wanna put a couple extra nails into them, you could. And then we're using 2 3/8 inch coated sinkers here. But again, if you wanna come around the back, we're basically just gonna find everywhere we can to go ahead and nail these in to where they make contact with the rest of the pallet. So we'll put some in here on each one. We'll put some in from an angle here, and we'll go ahead and attach this real well, and then we'll get attached to the front seat. We're almost done. You can't really overdo it with those nails. If you want to put more in, you can. We use just about 6 or 7. So it's holding on nice and well, and this is really holding the weight down here. So you're gonna take that front piece that we cut first, and now you wanna line it up to rest on top of that front piece. Like I said, we got a nice little angle going back a little bit. We're also not on flat ground. So you're gonna line this up. If you have a friend, that would be helpful. And we're really starting to take shape. So now we're gonna drive a couple nails in right here, and right here, just like we did on the back. Stay tuned. So we've got 2 into that side, 2 into this side. Then we're gonna go ahead and drive 1 or 2 into here. If you really needed to, you could remove this top to make it easier to access and put it back on. We don't really need to do that. Just want to kind of nail it all together. The nice thing about this rustic bench is that you really can't do too many nails. Just going to add character, and we're almost done. Well, in about 20 minutes, with just a hammer, some nails, and a handsaw, we got a pretty neat bench. Go ahead and do a walk around. You can see, now you can tighten up all these nails, you can put in more, you could use screws, different fasteners, but it's a nice piece. Now I'd recommend you build this kind of close to where you want to leave it, because it's not going to be too good for moving around a lot, but in terms of sturdiness, not shaking much, very sturdy. The little angle is good, feels really nice. It's kind of a cool conversation piece. So quick, easy pallet job, definitely a good thing for a beginner. And with all these videos on my channel, I try to make them pretty simple and step by step. So be sure to subscribe again if you haven't already. And remember, with all these, if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.